What's going on, everybody? Back with another one, and we've got to get into this today. Shannon Sharpe has responded to reports that ESPN was looking to bring Chad Ochocinco Johnson into the fold after the fallout from Sharpe's legal situation, which ended in a settlement with Gabriela Zuniga. If you remember, there was real talk at one point about Ocho heading to ESPN. The network was actively recruiting him. Front Office Sports even ran a full piece on it. The thinking was straightforward. ESPN wanted to hold on to the audience Sharpe had built with Nightcap. Even while everything was unfolding around him, Sharpe's numbers stayed strong, and ESPN clearly wanted a piece of that. In the end, Ochocinco chose not to make the move. Part of the plan had him doing select episodes alongside Sharpe, with Sharpe working to help him land a deal, one reportedly in the same range as what Stephen A. Smith was earning. But then came the Instagram Live incident, followed by the situation involving Gabriela Zuniga, who stepped away from OnlyFans not long after her settlement with Sharpe was finalized. That combination effectively put an end to any ESPN plans. Still, the network saw value in staying connected. If they'd brought Ochocinco on board, they knew they'd still be pulling in a chunk of the Nightcap audience, since Sharpe kept performing at a high level no matter what was happening off camera. And it's worth remembering the bigger picture here. Shay Media wasn't just Nightcap. Jeff Teague's podcast operated under that same umbrella, along with several others. Despite that, word inside ESPN was that Sharpe would never be the same again. Now, let's take a closer look at how this actually played out.
What? Hey, but and the thing is, look, all this stuff was going on. And he didn't know I knew. I know they came to Ocho, tried to sign Ocho from up under me.
I ain't going nowhere.
He ain't gonna never be the same. He ain't gonna never rebound.
I ain't.
Ocho said, I tell you what, guess what? We gonna sink together then.
Hey, wait, Joe, where I'm going, Joe? Huh? Hey,
now look at us. Y'all see the
talk
YouTube
about,
charts?
Huh?
Y'all see the YouTube charts?
Yeah,
what
y'all,
15?
Huh?
Go look at everybody on YouTube and tell me the podcast with a black cast. Tell me the podcast that's bigger than Nightcap.
Huh?
Okay, but as a matter of fact, tell me one that's bigger than Club Shay Shay.
Huh?
All right.
Hey, pop your shit. Hey, man,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell them how you really feel. Yeah.
Huh?
And now we got Joe.
Yeah.
Hey, they got
now we got Joe.
Well, hey, ain't nothing place me here but God.
What?
That's it. Ain't nothing place me here but God.
And the only person gonna take you out
I'm
is
gonna whoop
me.
your ass too. Don't you start with me now. We been cool. Everything been going great. We going against everybody else.
Now, with that, Stephen A. Smith recently went on the Out the Mud podcast with Tony Allen and Zebo and said that he has conveyed to ESPN time and time again that he wants Shannon Sharpe back on the show. And this is exactly what he said.
I was always going to keep in touch with him. I was always going to check on him. I'm always want him back. Company knows I want him back.
That's G right there.
Company knows
That's
I want
G.
him back. Now, y'all going to do what y'all got to do because I'm the executive producer, but I'm not an executive VP of the company. You know, I have bosses to answer to. They have to make that decision. But they already know I want him back. You understand what I'm saying? If we can get him back, I want him back. I ain't apologizing for that to nobody. You know, he was great for me. He was great to me. And I'm not going to forget that. He was great for the show as well.
Chad Ochocinco Johnson also spoke with Front Office Sports about why he didn't walk away from Shannon Sharpe. His reasoning was simple. Who was he to judge, especially after remembering how the media treated him during his domestic violence case involving Evelyn Lozada? He hadn't forgotten what that period was like for him, and it shaped how he responded to Sharpe's situation. That point matters because Ochocinco easily could have walked away without a second thought. Just months earlier, he and Sharpe had clashed over Ochocinco showing up late to the show. After that, Sharpe had words for him about missing his daughter's birthday. There was even a moment where the two got into it live on air. I bring this up because normal friction in any partnership tends to be exactly what people use as an excuse to create distance. But you can't say Ochocinco isn't loyal. He had other opportunities on the table and still chose to stay. He was sharp enough to recognize that some of those opportunities might have only existed because of the audience the two of them built together, organically. That's why Ochocinco deserves credit. not for reacting emotionally, but for thinking it through before deciding. ESPN likely offered him a solid deal, but would that deal still make sense months or years down the line, once the emotions from everything Sharpe went through settled down, and once Nightcap could keep doing what it does best, talk football every night, stay flexible, bring in Joe Johnson, and keep growing? I don't know the details with advertisers, and yes, real money got left on the table. Sharpe had called him out before about professionalism and punctuality, but when you weigh that against what staying actually cost him, sticking around says a lot about loyalty. Nobody could have blamed Ochocinco if he'd taken the ESPN deal and put his family first, so credit to him. Credit to Stephen A. Smith, too, for publicly standing by Sharpe, even without the power to bring him back on air. Right now, that reunion looks unlikely, especially given what Sharpe just revealed about ESPN. Make no mistake, they're paying attention. If they can't get one guy, they'll try for another. Don't be surprised if Joe Johnson gets an offer next. That's the pattern with these networks. They wait until you build something, wait until they see how much reach and likability you've gained from your own platform, and then they try to take it. That's essentially what Sharpe was getting at with this whole situation. Sharpe put in real work to get here, Undisputed and shows before that. He was part of an NFL Network program alongside Deion Sanders and other analysts, and he also had a run on CBS. Over the years, he built a loyal following through broadcasting. And now that he's found his footing with Club Shay Shay and Nightcap, they're trying to pull that audience away. No different from what's happening with Pat McAfee. The one distinction is that McAfee licenses his show out, but the goal is the same. They noticed McAfee was pulling major viewership during that time slot and wanted in. The real question is how to make a deal work for both sides, since McAfee still streams independently on YouTube. Honestly, if ESPN wants that late-night audience, a streaming partnership with Nightcap might be the smarter move. Worth exploring if Sharpe would even consider it. Their tone at night is different, sure, but that doesn't change the fact that they'd be pulling viewers from him either way. To their credit, ESPN usually has live sports on during that same window, and their programming and interviews tend to hold up well. Let me know what you all think about this, especially Sharpe's comments about ESPN trying to work around him to keep Ochocinco and hold on to the audience. Hopefully Sharpe took some lessons from all of this. As I mentioned, you don't see the same lineup of sponsors and ads on the show like you used to, and that's cost him and his team financially. But he's managed to hold on to his fan base. So once things settle, I'd expect advertisers to come back around. If not the same ones, then others. Hopefully he's more mindful going forward. As for Ochocinco and the rest of the crew, I'm genuinely hoping things work out for Joe Johnson too. I've always liked him, both as a person and as a personality.